When you are dealing with the subject of sin in scripture, there are three words you will frequently collide with. The first is sin, the second is iniquity, and the third is transgression. They are not the same. If you study Isaiah 53 from verse 5, he said he was wounded for our transgressions, he was bruised for our iniquities. They are not the same. And so the Bible used them for different purposes. You need to understand this to really appreciate what forgiveness is, because it will give you hindsight, oversight, foresight into the scope and the dimensions of sin. And so sin, as used in scripture, is the Greek word hamartia, and it means to err, to go in error. And so when a man errs from the truth, it's called sin. Whether it's done by commission or by omission, it doesn't matter. Because sometimes you err because you don't know better. Sometimes you err because you know but you can't help yourself. Whether it's by omission or commission is irrelevant. And so every act of error or every act of non-conformity with the standards of truth is sin. And then you look at the word iniquity. Iniquity is the word anomia, and it means to go beyond the boundary. And so when a boundary is set and you go beyond that boundary, it is called iniquity. These are basic definitions. I don't want to be a bit complex so you don't really, So when we are dealing with iniquity, it must not be error. But if God tells you this is the boundary and you exceed it, you are already guilty of iniquity. Are you following? So something may not be an error according to moral standard, but it becomes an error in the realm of God because he defined parameters and you exceeded it. So it's called iniquity. And then when you deal with the word transgression, it means breaking of the law or violation of God's law. Violation of God's law. When God says no and you say yes, it's called transgression. Are we together?